Hello, this is Ed O'Brien here, going into week 5 of the program, CFA Youth Football. As you can see, I'm coming from a different location this week. My main man, Brixius, he's out of town handling some business, so, shout out to him. He told me I should just go on with the show. So, rather than skip a week, wanted to make sure I get this information out to you guys. I just want to thank everybody that's hit us up with information here and there about some of these great kids out here participating in the CFA football league. So we definitely appreciate it. And as always, you can send that information to Rivals PA, P's and Paul A, at gmail.com. I know I keep giving different addresses, but that's a good one as well. So let's just get into it real quick. Well, not real quick, but we'll start with the at the PB level. I just announced the winners of this past week. Holy Name, York, the Harrisburg Packers, Carlisle, Central Dauphin, East Pennsboro, Stilton, Northern, Mechanicsburg, Middletown, Seven Sorrows, Good Shepherd, Big Spring, Halifax, West Perry, and Susquehanna. All right, that's at the Pee-wee level. At the pony level, here are the Week 4 winners. We have, here we go, Holy Name, York, the Harrisburg Packers, Carlisle, Central Dauphin, New Cumberland, close game against East Pennsboro, 7-6 winners. Stilton, Northern, also a close game with Susquehanna. Mechanicsburg, Middletown, Shippensburg got the win. Boiling Springs, Big Spring, Halifax, West Perry, and Susquehanna. Those are all the winners from the pony division. And now let's go to the midgets. Winners from Week 4, Swatara, the Harrisburg Broncos, the Harrisburg Packers, Redland, Central Dauphin, New Cumberland, Stilton, Northern, Middletown. They defeated Hummelstown. Looks like Seven Sorrows at the forfeit. Good Shepherd, Gettysburg. Looks like Halifax got also at the forfeit against Lower Dauphin, West Perry, and Susquehanna. So congratulations to all those teams that won in week 4. And I also want to make special mention to several teams in each weight class weight class. As far as being undefeated, there's still a few teams on each level that still have unblemished records. At the Pee-wee level, York is 4-0. Northern and Mechanicsburg are also 4-0. They're in the National Conference. York is in the American Conference, so only undefeated Pee-wee team in that conference. And in the Federal Conference, West Perry is 4-0. Only undefeated team, Pee-wee team at that level. Then we go to the ponies at the American level. It looks like York, 4-0. Only undefeated pony team right now. Only undefeated pony team, period. At the national level, we have Middletown, who's also 4-0. And at the federal level, we have Shippensburg and West Perry, also two teams that are currently 4-0. And at the midget level, there's a good number of teams actually that are still undefeated. At the American level, American Conference level, you have the Harrisburg Broncos and Redland, who are both still undefeated from what I saw on the website earlier today. In the National Conference, you have Hershey and Middletown. Both teams are 4-0. And at the federal level, you have Susquehanna, who is 4-0 at the midget level. So congratulations to those teams. Even at this point, it's always hard to stay undefeated, and you're always going to get an opponent's best shot because they want to be the first ones to knock you off. And the season is basically almost halfway. I'm sorry, we're basically at the halfway point, and so some of these matchups in the upcoming weeks will be pretty good. So, not to. Oh, before I get into the matchups, two things. There's a website called paUsports.net. They also cover youth football in the central Pennsylvania area, so you can check those guys out. They do rankings and all that good stuff. So, I don't get into that. I don't feel like arguing with anybody, but they do more than that, and they do a good job of covering the youth football teams in this area. So, definitely give them, check out their website and see, what they have going on. I did get a couple shout outs. Jim from Greenwood, we talked about their program a couple weeks ago, and I probably should have, asked him. I didn't, so I apologize for that. But we were talking, he was sending information about the midget program, so I just wanted to clear that up just in case you guys saw previous episode wondering, what I was talking about. Anyway, shout out to Aiden Eckley out of Seven Sorrows. In a recent game, he had 3 touchdowns, and actually, I'm told he's also a good blocker for his teammates, and I think that's a great quality to have as a player, especially as a youth player, to be able to be willing to help out your teammates, do whatever you have to do to help them out. Help somebody else shine. Not having it just be about yourself, and picking your teammates up and helping them be successful as well. So it's definitely good to hear that. And I got a report from Hershey. Shout out to Elijah Duck, 2 touchdowns in the recent game, and Anthony Zimmerman. He had 1 touchdown in the recent game, actually in the same game. So. And looks like their defense only gave up 1 first down. That's pretty good. So congratulations to Hershey. As I said before, feel free to send us, this little tidbits of information. Obviously it's a team sport, and we definitely understand that. But we don't mind, throwing some spotlight on kids once in a while, because they deserve it. So, don't feel guilty about it. We certainly don't. So. We definitely appreciate those sending in the information like that. So I guess to sum this up, let's look at some of these weekend matchups. I'm sorry, some of the matchups coming up this weekend. Not that any game is more important than another, but going by these records, there's some pretty good matchups that can make a big difference in the standings in the next week. In the upcoming week. At the Pee Wee level. We have Carlisle and Harrisburg, the Packer squad that is, both 3-1 squads, so that should on paper be a good matchup. At the national level, you have Mechanicsburg, who's 4-0, going up against Susquehanna, that's a team that's 3-1. You have Stilton at 3-1 going up against East Pennsboro, that's who's also 3-1. So that should be on paper pretty good matchups, but you never know what happens during the game. At the federal level, you have Big Spring and Bowling Springs. Both teams are 3-1 records. All that was at the Pee Wee level. Going to the pony level, it looks like the best matchup is probably at the record-wise. At the national level, you have Middletown, who's undefeated at 4-0, going up against Cedar Cliff, who is 3-1. Then at the midget level, it's a couple of games actually involving all 500 teams right now. So the winner, of course, will be over a 500 record. I'm sorry, we'll have over a 500 record. At the federal level, you have Northern and Hummelstown, both 2-2. And in another federal game at the midget level, we have Gettysburg going up against Seven Sorrows. Both of those teams are 2-2. So. As me and Dave, like to talk about every week, it's you're getting Well, obviously, like I said, we're at the midpoint of the season, and some things are starting to pan out a little bit. But there are a lot of teams that are clumped together in the middle of the pack. You have some 3-1 teams, you have some 2-2 teams, um, where there's not that much difference um, from a talent standpoint. So you never know what could happen in these next couple of weeks. So obviously, every game is important. Every week is important to these teams. So I just want to wish all the players the best of luck. Special shout out to all the people watching the program on a weekly basis. Most likely, DB will be back here next week. So, we'll get that thing back on track. Anyway, at the same time, make sure you check out the PA Preps mobile app as well. I'll probably put some of these episodes in the program. No, probably. I'm going to put the information on that application as well. So it covers mostly high school football. Actually, all high school football. So you definitely might want to check out. Anyway, that's it for the program for this week. My name is Ed O'Brien, and next week I will be back with my man Dave Brixius. Until then, peace.